been coming to Camposol for several years now. It's a lovely place in Spain, in the region of Murcia. The nearest coast is the Costa Clida. It's about 20 minutes from the beach, from the nearest beach, which is Bolnuevo and the Puerto de Matharon. Camposol itself is a lovely place to use as a holiday base. You can go from here throughout the whole region of Murcia, which has massive amounts of history dotted around the place. It's mostly an agricultural region. Lots of fresh fruit and vegetables are grown here, and the history dates back hundreds of thousands of years in some cases, and there's quite a lot of tourist attractions to see. But Murcia has so much to offer. It really is a fantastic place, and I suggest that if you're looking for somewhere different to go in Spain, this is the place to actually come and see. It's unspoilt by mass tourism, and yet there is so much to see and so many places. Spanish authenticity is all around. Even in Camposol, there are Spanish live here, German people, Dutch people, French people. It is mainly English. With the people are very friendly as well. So I honestly really would advise, try to learn the language and integrate with the locals, even if it's just for the short time you're here on holiday. Or if you're thinking of moving to Spain, think of moving to Camposol, with 2.5 hour flight from most airports in the UK. Flights are regular. 2 hours away from home. Right now here in Spain it is nearly 30 degrees in March. Costa Clida means warm coast. This area is warm throughout most of the year. Have a look at Camposol. You've heard a lot of bad things on the news, maybe about houses falling down here, there and everywhere. It's not the case. Most of Camposol, 99% of Camposol, is a lovely place. Some lovely villas here, and it's not the place that the media makes it out to be. Open your eyes and come to Camposol. And somewhere here in Spain there's a little piece of England. Not England as you know it now, but England probably 20 years ago, where you got communities of people who know each other. They talk to each other and they respect each other, and communities where there's a good community spirit. And that place here in Spain is called Camposol, and this video is to show you what it's like in Camposol and how that community spirit is present and how people work together to achieve common goals. So I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, well, I'm just about to meet with somebody called Colin Thell, who's a Camposol resident. He's done a lot of good charity work and helped the community, especially recently. And this guy is 73 years old, fit as a fiddle, likes bike riding quite a lot, and generally keeping fit. And like I say, he's done a lot of work for the community, and just going to have a few words with him. He's going to tell us about what it's like to be a resident of Camposol, and a bit about his charity work, his recent charity work, where he helped by cycling to raise funds to help the people of Camposol who were affected by what is known as a Gota Fria. A Gota Fria is when the rains come down and it just washes away water right from the hills right down into towns and villages, and generally creates havoc. And at the end of September last year, there was a Gota Fria occurrence, and all the water came down, gushing down huge, incomprehensible amounts of water that actually washed away parts of properties, cars, swimming pools into the road, and generally created a big mess. So let's go and meet Colin and see what he has to say. You've been a resident of Camposol for quite a while now. How many years have you lived in Camposol?
13 years this June.
13 years, so you're well used to, you know, what it's like to be a resident of Camposol.
I've seen a lot of changes.
You have?
Seen a lot of changes, yeah.
And are they changes for the better or for the worse?
Majority for the better. Majority for the better.
That's good.
I don't really think any change has been made on here has been made anything worse.
Right, yeah.
There's been a few events that have happened that have been a bit demoralising.
Such as like Gota Fria,
Gota Fria,
things like that.
Gota Fria was
natural disaster.
Yeah. Not a lot you can do about that, really.
No, absolutely not.
It's
act of God.
An act of God, yeah.
And what happens when you get like a natural disaster like a Gota Fria? You obviously get the rains come down, washes all the water down from the hillsides and devastates villages and towns. What happens then to the community, basically?
Well, I mean, the first thing that happened last time was the first Gota Fria, when the bridge was burst.
Yeah.
There was so much rain that it filled up all the reservoirs. Each of these hills has got a reservoir somewhere in amongst there.
Right.
And when the reservoir gets so high, they have to release the floodgate to bring it down, otherwise the whole reservoir will collapse.
Yeah, that's right.
And of course, they released the floodgates and all the water ran down towards the Rambo, and it all happened at the same time.
Yeah.
And the torrent that came down, it just
washed away the bridge.
It didn't wash away the bridge away, but it cracked it.
Right.
It made it unsafe, and of course then it was closed.
And that made it so that the residents of C and D couldn't get across to any of the other parts of Camposol.
Well, we did manage to get the train to go the long way around and get.
Oh, really?
The train ran for a short while.
Well, this was the road train, the Wally train, as I call it.
Yeah,
because if you sat on there, you look like a Wally. Yeah.
The one that normally runs up and down the beach with the children on.
Yeah.
That ran for a little while, but it wasn't really very viable.
Yeah.
People bringing their cars down, and some people obviously they've started to share cars, which is absolutely brilliant, because they would leave one car parked this side and the other car that was already stranded on the other side.
Right,
will ferry people down there and then come and pick them up and take them back.
So that was good. That was another thing of community spirit.
That was first class. I mean, me personally, because I lived on this side and not very far from the bridge.
Yeah.
If ever which I frequently go out in my car, I nip across the shop. I'm terrible if I'm sitting there in the evening. I need an ice cream, and the garage is still open and but if I always, when the bridge was broken, I always used to go down to the bottom of the road, where we came out of the end of my road today. I used to come that way around to the shops. So if there was anybody coming across the bridge looking for
you could pick them up.
I'd pick them up and take them home. And if I was coming back, I was always quite happy to drop them off at the bridge going back.
That's nice.
I suppose that the start of my possibly the start of my community service. So I don't particularly look at myself as somebody who does a lot for the community. I just do bits and pieces. I keep telling people I'm an old man with a bit of time in his hands.
Yeah. Because how old are you now? You're 73, are you?
73,
You see, But this is it. I mean, you know, you do a lot of things at 73-year-old that a lot of people much younger than you have probably never ever done, especially when it comes to community work. So you know, it's great to see that.
I'm lucky in that I've always been a runner and a cyclist. I've always sort of been reasonably fit. So 26 years with the army possibly is a bit behind that, but I had a good start in life. I did run in the same running track as Roger Bannister when I was 12 years old.
Oh, did you? Right, okay.
They were training for the 4-minute mile in Wimbledon Park track when it was first built.
Right.
And I saw these runners, and in those days they didn't encourage the children like they do nowadays. Unfortunately, had I got a bit more encouragement now, I might would have stayed with the running. And maybe never joined the army. Things could have been more different.
Right.
But when I joined the army, I soon got into the regimental teams and the corps teams and things.
Right.
I did a lot of sport within them. But and then when you get to sort of managerial, so your senior NCO post, and you've got a troop of blokes under you. I always used to say to them, come on lads, we're going out for a run today, we're going to go and do this, going to go and do that. And I always used to make a joke of it, and they say, oh, you won't keep up with you, I won't be a kid. I said, you've got to keep up with me. I said, because when we go into battle, I want to make sure that you're fit enough to bring me out with you.
Well, that's right, Again,
it was always part of the joke, really. So I'm not doing this to preserve you, or to make you fit, to preserve me just in case. But I've got lots of friends on Facebook from army days, and they, even then they see. They appreciate the why I did it, really. But my lads were always very fit.
That's good.
I'd always been a runner in the army, and I'd done things. Then when I came out, I was one of the founder members of Colchester Harriers in the 1980s, after the first London Marathon 1981.
Right.
Some people saw it, and we started a running club in Colchester, and I was one of the members just before I retired from the army. And I stayed with them for many years, and I loved it, and I was a bit of a gladiator with them. I still hold the over 50s triple jump record.
Do you? Nobody's actually beat that one yet. Wow.
I only did that. It's something I'd done at school, but not very often. It's quite hard to triple jump. But I went on from there, and then 9 London marathons.
9 marathons. You've done 9 London marathons.
London marathon 9 times,
That's amazing. When was your last marathon that you did in London?
The last one, just before I came over here, 1999, maybe 2000. I didn't do 2000, it must be 1999 the last one.
Wow, that's amazing.
I've done a few since I've been over here.
You have? Yeah.
I've done Barcelona and Benidorm a couple of times.
Wow.
It's just a day out, really. But it's marathon running. I say to people, there's a lot of things in life you see that are achievement. But to achieve it, you've got to want to do it.
I'm sure you have.
You can't sort of say, I think I'll run a marathon next month, because you never finish.
I suppose you can't go with the attitude, I might be able to do it. You say, I am going to do it.
I don't like positive and negative. People say use positive things.
That's right.
But marathon running, you've got to be positive. You've got to want to do it. There's no, you've got to do the training. And I've done a couple where I haven't done sufficient training for various reasons. When you work, and I've got 4 children, and bringing up 4 children is quite a handful anyway. And you've only got so much time you can put into your training, and I wouldn't blame them, but there's a few marathons I've done where I would have liked to train just a bit harder. The ones you don't train for, you
regret.
They're painful.
you regret not training.
They're a bad mark on your time.
That's what I'm sure they are.
You don't tell everybody.
Well, you've got to keep that competitive spirit as well, I suppose.
But another thing with the army, of course, is that when you live in a barracks and you've got people around the back, if you see a mess somewhere, something's happened, you get it cleaned up, and you begin to live in that environment. And army married quarters are notorious for that. You get the brigade commander come round and inspect the barrack quarters, and it's in a real long message. It never happened, because you just didn't let it happen. You just made sure the dustbins, the lids were put on when they were finished. And all the dogs picked up.
But it's that discipline. It's that discipline that's instilled, and
I think so.
And it carries on through life for you to do that. And I suppose that's part of your mindset, that that's kept you going physically fit until now. At the moment you're on the mend, I understand, from your knee injury, and hopefully that'll get better and you'll be back on the bike again.
I don't think it's terminal. I'm hoping it's not. I'm waiting to see that. It would be nice to get back on the bike again. more upset about it because over in the distance there, you can't actually see the lakes, there's a mist.
Yeah.
On the top of that hill there's a satellite station.
Right.
I don't know if you can see it. There's a satellite dish up there. And it's a 16-mile ride from the roundabout into Tana.
Right.
Sorry, in... gosh, not to Tana.
El Paraton?
Alama.
Alama,
yeah. Alama. There's a 16-mile ride up to the top of that. It's quite a climb up there. It's quite achieving to get up there.
Yeah.
And it was going to be one of my next sponsored things. I was going to say was my next challenge was to get to the top of that hill. And put all the detail things I could do. I've had to postpone that for a bit.
Well, that's okay. I'm sure that you can be forgiven being 73 years old, having a really bad knee injury, and I'm sure you're still determined that you'll be going to do that. But I'm sure that most people would be quite happy for you to heal first, so that you have the best chance to do it.
Thank you. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't try it if I didn't think I could make it.
Absolutely, you've got to look after yourself as well, obviously. But no, it's a great thing that you do all this charity work, and to use that ability and luck, if you like, to still have physical fitness at your age. It's a great thing that you put it to good use, and also to the benefit of others. So keep up with it, Colin.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for your talk today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, we're at the Church of St. Joseph in El Saladillo, which is half a mile from the main urbanisation of Camposol, and it's a very small church built by the side of what is now the RM3. I'm sure when it was built the RM3 wasn't here. As you can see, it's a very quaint little church, not open very often, but absolutely lovely to see. It sort of stands out here pretty much alone out in the Campo, the countryside of Spain. It's absolutely beautiful. If you wouldn't mind, please, sir.
Yes, sir. What do you like?
Okay, so just tell me what you're doing here today with the gardening.
The gardening section is we restoned it last week. This week we've got some plants to go in to just make this area look more finished rather than a wasteland.
Because otherwise it would be just a wasteland.
Yeah.
And you're making the whole surroundings look nicer, and it'd be a nicer place to live.
It would. And this is what we're trying to sort out now.
And the people that you got here doing this work now, they're all volunteers for residents?
Every one of them. To put it another way, we've got 10 people working here today.
Right.
We've got 5 double heart attacks and 2 recovering from cancer.
Wow.
So
that's
the sort of community spirit
that's fantastic,
we've got.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, it's all selfless, isn't it? To do it.
It's a couple of hours a week.
Sure.
At the moment, gradually, as the summer comes and it gets warmer, it'll obviously fall off.
Be a bit less, but get all the work done whilst it's cooler.
Try and get what we can done while it's cool, and we've got a bit of a chance.
That's fantastic.
It is a bit.
And you head up the gardening group yourself?
Well, I'm the vice chairman of the tea community.
Right.
The chairman's away in the van doing something else at the moment. So we're just working through. Anybody has a project, thing like this, if it's going to benefit the community, we'll get straight on and we'll put it on the list to be done, and we'll try and get it done.
Yeah, that's really good. And the actual finished effects do look really nice.
They do.
Yeah,
this is it.
Yeah, and everybody enjoys themselves all getting out in the fresh air and good laugh. I noticed that. That's no beer until it's all done though.
Oh, we don't do beer. We only do coffee and sandwiches.
Oh, that's all right then. That's all right.
tea, coffee, hot dogs occasionally.
Well, we don't want the plants going in wobbly now, do we?
Well, this is it. We've got to keep them straight.
Yeah, that's it.
No, it's a good crew. If we could get 30.
Sure, yeah. You'd get loads done. Yeah, absolutely,
we'll
yeah.
We're going to look here today, we'll get 20, there's 12 of us, 12 of us, we'll get between 20 and 24 hours worth of work done.
Fantastic, yeah, that is good, you see. Yeah.
The only thing is it's going to improve.
Yeah.
And the more we do, the more it will improve.
That's really good. Well, good luck to you.
Well, thank you very
and you're
much.
doing a fantastic job. I can see that as an outsider, so, it's more appealing to my eye, so it must certainly be to the residents. Thanks very much.
Okay, all the
Cheers.
best. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
So, Antonio, you are a proprietor of Oscar's bar in Camposol on B sector. Can you tell me what you do besides running the bar? I understand you do Spanish lessons for residents and people who live around here. Can you tell me a bit about that, please?
Yes, for sure. I mean, it's something that we started before in Cañadas, which is the other bar that Oscar is having.
Yeah.
And because it's getting really popular, we decided to bring it into Camposol, trying to focus more the activities. We call it the cultural activities, trying to focus on the European residents living around here.
Okay.
We realized, like many people, for different reasons, because of the language barrier or because of the age, okay, they have some difficulties to get integrated or just to discover where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have a proper knowledge of this area of Murcia.
Yeah.
So we decided to do like different activities, like Spanish lessons, which are today, for instance, we are going to start it with really basic Spanish.
Yeah.
Then as well we do intermediate Spanish, history talks as well. We talk about the local area. We do cultural trips around here where we're trying to show not only the history or trying to get people into a museum, as well to go into the local business, to discover our traditions, our way of living, okay, and well, a little bit more about the Spanish environmental, no?
That's very good.
This around here. And as well, we are trying to mix, not only the activities, cultural activities and the business bar. We are trying to do it as well, trying to help. The idea of the Spanish lessons, the Spanish lessons or the history lessons, is to charge a small fee to people.
And how much is that fee?
€2 per person.
So it doesn't cost very much at all?
No, it's
That's
actually cheaper than a pint.
It is absolutely cheaper than a pint.
And at least half of this money is going to local charities and local groups.
Very good.
We want every week to have a different charity to donate the money. Or money or food. This week, for instance, is going to be food. I mean, the money, obviously we will buy food for families in need in Mazarrón area.
Yes.
It's going to be for a charity organization called Caritas. So we will buy the food at the end of the week and we will donate it to them.
That's fantastic.
So I hope we will get a lot of money to buy as much food as we can. So, thank you. Well, yeah, just trying to do something different, no?
Of course, yeah. But also it helps people integrate into the area. English people can integrate with Spanish and then they can learn the language also. It's got to be a win-win situation for everybody. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Okay, and can you tell me, you also do the Spanish cooking lessons, I understand?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
for instance,
that's interesting.
This week, we call it the artichoke week.
Right.
It's the artichoke season. Now they are collecting the artichokes.
And we are now in the first week of March. And
correct.
Yes.
And now it's springtime. Now it's quite nice, the weather. So we took the people from our group of Spanish cooking lessons.
Right.
We took it to the fields. And we show them how it looked like a plant of the artichokes. We show them how to pick the artichokes fresh from the fields, how to peel it, how to chop it in pieces, and how to cook the artichokes in different ways.
So,
and obviously they eat it, obviously.
Yeah, fantastic. So right from the end of the growing period, you show them how to cut it from the plant, and prepare it on the table, cook it, and eat it as well, I suppose. That's fantastic. Sure. And you went through the whole thing. No, that's really good quality to do that, and I'm sure it makes the class even more interesting.
Well, yes,
when you're so thorough.
People, it's not a proper classroom. Okay, no. People they go there and they socialize. You know, they started to talk each other. I mean, they're having a wine or beer while they are listening how we do like traditional and pure Spanish food.
In a very relaxed atmosphere as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. Okay, Antonio, thank you very much. I'm sure this will be a lot of interest, a lot of people to integrate into the local area, to integrate with the Spanish, to learn Spanish, and to learn something of the culture and enjoy it at the same time. Thank you very much, Antonio. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Melissa.
Hello.
Okay, I'd like you to tell me, if you will, on your perspective of Camposol, as a resident of the area. I understand you don't live on Camposol, but
no, that's right.
You've got a great love for the place.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why that is, and just give me a bit about your background, where you come from, what you do on Camposol, and what it is about Camposol that inspires you?
Well, originally we came here about 18 years ago. I came with my parents, and we had a holiday home on Camposol, and then later on we decided to come and live over here because we love the area so much.
Yeah.
So we moved, I'd say, about 16 years ago, and we were only actually on Camposol for about 1.5 to 2 years before moving up into the Cañadas del Romero area.
Oh right, that's nearby.
Yeah. More countryside. It's lovely.
Right. Yeah.
But we've had a business on here for the past 6 years, and we're just currently changing now. It's Rudy's in the background there.
Lovely.
What I love about Camposol is the community itself. Everyone just helps each other out all the time. It's like a big family, really.
Yeah.
And it really upsets me when you hear such negative feedback about the place. Sure. Because you know, it really is second to none. You've got absolutely everything here, all amenities, from consume, post offices, the whole lot.
Yeah, and the people are so friendly as well.
Really friendly. I mean, I can remember I think it was about 2 years ago, and we had really bad flooding here. And
this is the Gota Fria.
That's right, we do get them occasionally in Spain.
Yeah.
And where the dry riverbed is that you go across onto D sector, I mean, it was completely shut down.
Yeah, closed off.
Closed off completely. And just the way everyone mucked in and was helping, it was incredible. You wouldn't get that anywhere else.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
So it was lovely to see that. It's just little things like that. You know, everyone wants to help each other.
Sure.
You know, we all come over here for a better life as well, and it really is.
And life is, of course, what you make it.
Of course it is.
And it's the community here that
Certainly.
I find is fantastic.
Yep.
Everybody, as you say, helps each other out, but everybody's so friendly. They say hello to you.
Yeah, that's something you don't get really in, like, especially in England and what have you. You tend to keep your head down.
That's
and
right.
walk
That's
on.
right. And now you're opening another business now. So really, you know, you must love the place to be doing this a second time around.
Certainly.
Okay. And what are you going to be selling?
We're doing a little bit of all sorts. We wanted to keep a bit of the Spanish theme to it, so we're doing a lot of Spanish pastries, all specialised coffees, fresh cocktails, little light bites as well, and obviously all your favourites like your carrot cakes and little cupcakes and what have you. But I'm looking forward to the ice creams. I can tell.
Ice creams?
Ice creams as well.
That will be nice, especially in the hot heat of the summer. But I wish you well, and thank you very much for your interview, Melissa. And I really do wish your business well, and continue to enjoy your life here in Camposol.
Thank you.
Thank you.